I look at it that way. Everybody that comes in my life, I don't have no high turnover over here. I got people that have been with me 15 and 20 years. My best friends have been with me for a long time because we have stood the test with each other. And there's some stuff that we know about everybody, but ain't nobody else know it because we don't talk.
That's right.
I don't got to worry about my business showing up on their Facebook page. I don't got to worry about my business showing up on Twitter. I don't got to worry about them talking about me with other folks and sharing intimacies about my personal life with other people who don't even know me. I didn't hear nobody say nothing there. So I give people long enough to let them show me who they really are. I learned something very interesting when I was in college and I was in my science course that we had as a core curriculum that we had to take, and they talked about how the colors of the leaves change according to the season. And see, I always thought that the real true color of the tree was green. And no, that's not the real. You don't really see the true color of the tree until the season changes, and then it shows up as red or orange or yellow or gold or whatever the color may be. And that's the same thing I found out with people. You've got to stick with them long enough for a season change before you can see the true color. Because it'll have you believing that it's all lovely and that it's green and wonderful and all of that, and most of our problem is we keep looking at what's green. While we constantly going from one side of the street to the other looking for greener pastures. I found out that if you don't keep up with your grass, it will die too. And that green grass will turn brown real quick. I've also come to find out that dogs like to pee on green grass just like they do brown grass. No matter where you at, you're always going to have to deal with some mess. No matter where you are, no matter how nice it looks, there's always going to be something that show up in the yard. You got to learn how to keep your yard. You got to learn how to landscape it and learn how to trim the hedges and cut the grass and edge it up real nice so you have good curb appeal. That's why don't nobody want to date half of us now. We ain't got no curb appeal. They come and look and we're raggedy. We dress raggedy. Our mouth is raggedy. We talk raggedy. Our finances are raggedy. Everything about us is raggedy. We don't have no curb appeal. And so they come by and they look and they say, wow, the house is nice, but the curb appeal is raggedy. I don't even want to see what's on the inside. I don't even want to know about your gift because what I see up front don't look right.
That's good. Talk about it.
Truthfulness. We've got to be honest, and I've got to address the fact that there are some things that are out of place and some things that don't work and some things that don't fit so that I can address it and fix it.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, all of it ought to line up to look like God.
Right.
Most of us have hard time and have great difficulty. We have great difficulty with really accessing the destiny of God for our life. Because you cannot access destiny under an assumed or false identity. The destiny of God for your life is wrapped up in the spirit realm. Your spirit only knows what God said before time. This is why when John writes in, I believe it's John 16, he says the Spirit will come and lead you into all truth. For it will speak what it is heard of from the Father. It cannot say anything except what God has already said. The great thing about my spirit is that my spirit knows the purpose and plan of God for my life because it heard what God spoke before time. The difficulty with my flesh is that it houses my spirit man. And my flesh is forced to deal with time and circumstance. And my circumstances don't necessarily look like the destiny of God. And so Paul says that there is this war in my members. There's something happening between my flesh and my spirit. And when I would do good, evil would always be present. Is that what the Bible says? And there's always something going on here in my flesh because my flesh is railing against my spirit, and my spirit is fighting to make its presence known in my flesh so that the destiny of God for my life can show up in fullness. And I can be who God has called me to be and access what He's called me to access and live in the place that He's called me to live in. But I have to